love with the house, you write up an offer, and that offer is accepted. But there's one caveat. The house currently has tenants in place, and their notice was given 30 days ago. So they have 60 days left on their lease agreement before they have to vacate the premises. But your closing date is 45 days away. What's your next steps? So this recently happened to a client of mine. She bought her very first home ever. And as we were going through the process, we knew that there were tenants currently in the home. We asked all the questions up front. When was notice given? Was it given legally? What's going to happen after we close? Who's the property manager, if there is one? We asked all of these very important questions. And we found out that the tenants had been given notice. We took that notice, we gave the form to a lawyer to ensure that it was given correctly and to really be able to nail down when the tenants had to be out of the property legally. And so once we had all those dates in place and we knew when that was going to take place, we started the process of then, who was the property manager? Did my buyer want to continue with that property management company after the close of the home? And if she didn't, what did we need to do to sever that relationship with the tenants, the property management, and the home? And all of these things may seem very complicated, but if you have the right realtor to guide you along the way, it is actually pretty easy. The other thing that you also need to know is, what were the security deposits? How much is going to be sent to you as the new property owner? How is that deposit going to take place? There's a lot of questions when you inherit tenants that you will need to know the answers to prior to closing, because if those things, that information is not turned into title and escrow, they will not know that the seller is supposed to write you a check or deposit it straight into your bank account. And then you're out the money. And what if you inherit the worst tenants on the planet and they completely trash your property and you have no funds to clean it? That's why knowing what the security deposits are, how much that's going to be, who it's going to be released to, all of those things are important questions to have answered, and make sure that the steps are in place prior to closing so that you are not left in the lurch after the house is legally yours. So in this situation, the tenants were actively looking for another rental, but they were looking for one out of state. To further complicate things, they came down with the illness that shall not be named, and so it really kept them from being able to leave the house, go look at properties, all that sort of stuff. So not only were they looking for a house out of state, but they were also kept from traveling for 2 weeks during that searching period when they were looking for one. Eventually, they did find a property, they moved out on time, and everything worked out beautifully. But that's because we knew the questions to ask prior to closing to make sure that my buyer and my client were well represented and wouldn't be left in the lurch after the property was hers. If you find yourself in a situation similar to this and you have more questions about it, drop it in the comments below or send me a direct message. I'd be happy to help to the best of my abilities. For more information on buying or selling in the Walla Walla Valley, contact me, Christina Minyagi, with John L. Scott Real Estate.